na nawala yung self-worth ko.
You know, you have to work to help your husband with the finances, to help prepare finances for your children for their future.
Kasi dito sa Pilipinas, pag age mo ng 35, wala na. Para kasing etsapwera ka na.
And it feels like hindi ko alam kung paano ko mag-gain yung confidence ko pag naging mom na sila, parang nawawala na yung career path nila.
Kasi na-fed up ako sa sobrang traffic. So, papasok, dahil madaling araw, either mag-grab ako or mag-aangkas, which is malaki-laki yung expenses.
The time spent with your kids and family are far more important than any job title out there.
Nag-decide ako na maghanap ng online job at nakakuha nga ako. Sobrang saya ko talaga. Kaya tinulungan ko rin yung iba kong mga mommy friends at nagkaroon rin sila ng sarili nilang online job. Kaya doon ako na-inspire at nag-decide na simula ng Filipina home-based moms.
FHMoms community was created for mothers, for single women, for women professionals and entrepreneurs, for women overseas Filipino workers, for differently abled women, and even for young at heart women. FHMoms is a women community.
Nung nagsimula yung FHMoms, hindi ko in-expect na ganito ka magiging malaki. Ngayon, meron na kaming more than 250,000 members nationwide. Dati, ang tingin ng mga tao sa amin, community lang. No? Ngayon, social enterprise na kami with different projects na tumutulong sa mga kababaihan.
We have free webinars about freelancing, entrepreneurship, parenting, and personal growth. We offer online short courses as well as mastery courses with trainers' 1-year support. We also run a scholarship program and an internship program. We also facilitate charity activities where we are joined by community members as volunteers. Job matching program is something they can also look forward to, as well as e-commerce program. And to celebrate motherhood, we also have the computer rent-to-own program for members who need assistance in acquiring a computer set. Aspire to be a strong-willed, independent woman.
Mas gusto kong maging productive at saka naniniwala ako sa continuous learning.
Inspire other women.
Everyone was uplifting each other. Everyone was trying to help each other. In this world, you have to be more kind. You have to be more helpful because everyone is fighting their own battles, and you have to understand, you have to empathize, and that is what FHMoms is doing with all the moms out there. Even if you're not a mom, you would feel welcome.
Empower each woman to be in their fullest potential.
And most importantly, Mommy MK and the team model humility and generosity. Talagang ito yung very evident, which impacted me the most. So it gave me the desire to share freely to others what I learned freely from the FHMoms community. And I've always loved the community, the motive of the community, that is to change the world one mom at a time. Good job, FHMoms.
Aspire, inspire, empower. Nothing is stronger than a community of women lifting each other up.
To be among women who have genuinely tried to help people. This is something that I feel passionately about, and then this is something that I saw in FHMoms.
God is good. Kasi parang naturo lang itong FHMoms na pinakita sa akin na kahit nasa bahay ka, kahit nag-aalaga ka ng anak mo, it won't stop na dun ka lang. Yun lang yung pwede mong gawin.
Without this community, I'm not here in this situation. So, FHMoms po yung nag-guide and nag-mold sa akin to be the best working at home mom I could ever be.
Ang pinakamalaking impact sa FHMoms sa akin is their quote, which is moving forward, giving back. That's the very essence of FHMoms eh.
That's what I like about this group kasi we encourage and inspire each other to keep dreaming, to chase our dreams. It's actually a big impact kasi if you are losing hope and wala ka ng gana and all, but because of this page, mapapasana all ka.
Dahil sa online job, natupad ko yung mga pangarap ko at ang pinakapangarap ko na lang ay matupad yung pangarap ng lahat ng mga mommies. Huwag tayong titigil na abutin lahat ng mga pangarap natin, masipagan pa natin at huwag tayong susuko. Kaya kung feeling nyo hindi kayo techie, feeling nyo hindi pasok ang edad nyo para dito sa online freelancing, huwag nyong iisipin yon kasi sobrang daming opportunities ang pwedeng ibigay sa inyo online. At nandito ang Filipina Home-Based Moms para suportahan kayo. Para sa mga naghahanap ng online job at gusto ring matuto pagdating sa online business, you can join Filipina Home-Based Moms Facebook group. My name is MK Bertulfo, CEO and founder of Filipina Home-Based Moms, and our goal is to change lives one mom at a time.
Hello mga momshies! Ayan, so audible na ako. Kamusta kayo? Happy weekend everyone and thank you so much no for joining us tonight dito sa ating live webinar which is Level Up Kumare no in partnership with Eskwelabs. So this is the first time that we're doing this and we are super thankful na kasama nyo kami no kahit na alam ko na sobrang busy nyo and maybe you're preparing for something this weekend. Pero andito pa rin kayo kasama namin, no? Again, I'm grateful sa buong FH Moms community, sa Eskwelabs, at sa inyo pong mga nanonood for being with us tonight. Iba talaga ang Team Live. Paki-comment nga po dyan ng hashtag Team Live. At syempre, para naman sa mga manunood ng replay, paki-comment na rin ng hashtag Team Replay. Ayan, sa susunod po, sama naman kayo sa amin para hindi na lang panay replay ang napapanood nyo. At mga momshies, no, para maka-join naman kayo sa mga games natin. Ayan, abangan nyo rin yan mamaya kasi sobrang dami naming hinanda para sa inyo. Okay, so abang-abang lang and later mag-start tayo niyan. Excited na ba kayo mga momshies sa ating mga pag-games? Ayan. So again, welcome to Level Up Kumare. This is a data-driven series with Eskwelabs, which is an online data upskilling school in the Philippines. So mga momshies, no, napakaswerte natin dito sa FH Moms kasi talagang napakalaking blessing nito para sa atin. Imagine, not everyone can learn data analytics at this time kasi sobrang dalang ng ganitong klaseng learning opportunity and we're grateful lalong-lalo na sa Eskwelabs na pinuunlakan nila tayo. And alam nyo ba na sa Eskwelabs, isa ako sa mga alumni nila. So, naging scholar din ako way back in February 2020 for their business intelligence bootcamp. So, sobrang laking naging tulong talaga sa akin noon from establishing my digital businesses and then pati sa mga big clients ko, talagang laking tulong kasi imagine nakakapag um, nakakapag-analyze ako ng data, nakakapag-report ako ng maayos na data sa kanila. And wala naman akong background with that. At because of my learnings when it comes to data analytics, no, mas mabilis kong nako-close yung business, yung mga clients, no, kumbaga mas nagiging happy yung mga stakeholders sa iba't ibang mga ginagawa ko when it comes to the data that I'm presenting to them. So kayo, it's your time naman to learn no from this um, data-driven webinar series no with Eskwelabs. So mga momshies no, I know all of you are excited to know more about Eskwelabs. And alam niyo ba na bukod sa akin eh meron ding ibang mga momshies who were able to join the same program na inattendan ko. So magkakaklase kami noon. Merong isang mom doon na nagtuloy-tuloy siya sa data analytics journey niya and she was hired for that. The other mom naman working now for FHMoms. Ayan. So sobrang nakakatuwa kasi sobrang laking tulong talaga nito sa kanila. And mga momshies no, talagang nakakatuwa tong program natin na to kasi pangalan pa lang, ayan. We will be focusing on data literacy and being data-driven. At alam niyo naman na gaano kaimportante ang data sa panahon ngayon. Halos lahat ng mga clients asking for the data na pinagbasehan no, ng inyong mga reports or maybe sa interview nyo, ganyan, they would be asking ano yung mga previous nyong work samples maybe wherein you use data at napakarami pang ibang examples. Ayan. Mga momshies, no, later we will have the Eskwelabs team to join us no and talk about their new product that is the driving force of this very webinar series. So, alam ko marami sa inyo ang curious na ano bang meron sa data analytics? Ano bang meron sa Level Up Kumare, no? At sa data-driven webinar series natin na to. Paano ba ako nito matutulungan bilang isang virtual assistant? No? Hindi lang sa pagiging virtual assistant talaga to makakatulong kasi I feel na in any kind of job or in any kind of profession, malaking tulong na marunong tayo mag-analyze ng data, no? Kasi marami na ang mga common na skills ngayon such as graphic design, basic na admin, at kung ano-ano pa. Pero wala masyadong discussions about data analytics and it's our chance na masimulan no na maaral itong tungkol sa data. Ayan. So, mga momshies, I hope makita nyo kung gaano ka importante at paano makakatulong ito sa inyo no sa mga susunod natin na guest. Sana mag-enjoy kayo kasi pinaghandaan talaga ng FHMoms and Eskwelabs team itong ating webinar series na magsisimula ngayong gabi. So let the learning begin.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mommy MK, for an inspiring and warm welcome to all our learner momshies with us tonight. Ayan, hello. I am Francine from the Eskwelabs team. And ako naman, gusto ko kayong i-greet mga kasama naming momshies ngayong gabi. Okay, let's do a quick check-in. How are you feeling right now? So, comment your emoji heart below so we can see kung saan o ano-ano ang mga pinanggagalingan ng ating audience ngayong gabi. Okay? Tingnan nga natin, kamusta po kayo? Baka feeling happy ba? Curious? Energetic? Ayan, okay? Pumapasok na po ang mga emoji hearts ng ating audience. Okay, iba't iba po. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Keep sharing yung nafe-feel nyo ngayon. Whatever you are feeling right now, sobrang valid po yan. And we acknowledge whatever you are feeling. And from your answers to this question, I can already gather a lot of information or data about the group, di ba? Kung puro green yan, baka maraming napapagod or maraming tired end of work week. Kung maraming yellow or maraming orange, ayan, maraming excited. Pero kung maraming red at iilan lang ang blue, may mga nalulungkot ng konti. Yun ang tinatawag nating outliers. O, diba? So, isa yung term, outliers, that we use when working with data. Ayan, so speaking of data, this is the reason why you are here in this webinar right now. But before we dive into what data or what data literacy is, let's talk about the new Eskwelabs product that is the driving force of this data-driven webinar series. Ayan, so just remember, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll share 5 facts about data literacy skills course, 4 things you'll learn, 3 mindsets that you'll develop, 2 quotes to inspire you, and the 1 person who will make a difference. Okay, so let's start. What is data literacy skills course? DLS is a free 4-week data literacy course that learners complete via mobile phones alongside other learners. Yeah, okay. So next, this application is developed by Eskwelabs and is co-designed with and for FHMoms. That's the second fact. The third fact is we have 4 modules or cases in total. Think of these as projects to solve and answer. Each case is open or accessible on a weekly basis. And next, learners can finish these cases at their own pace. You will also be sorted into a squad or a group of people who have the same time availability as you. So very flexible ang DLS. Okay, what are the 4 things you can learn? Anong matututunan mo? Integrating data into your workflow. Interpreting data in the context of what your client needs. Learning online research, validating data resources, and more. Ito pa lang yung basic list ha, momshies. Ang dami mo pang pwedeng matutunan sa DLS. Okay, what are the 3 mindsets that you'll develop through the course? Growth mindset, believing that you can learn anything if you put in the work. Grit, persevering and striving towards your goals despite any obstacles. The importance of habits, ayan, understanding the value of consistency. Ano pa yung 2 quotes to inspire you, no? These 2 quotes are at the core of DLS. Our potential is one thing, what we do with it is quite another. Ayan, momshies, alam ko, meron kayong potential. Ang tanong, sasayangin nyo ba ito or palalaguin niyo? Ayan, comment kayo sa chat na hindi nyo sasayangin ang inyong potential. Next, quote to inspire you, you have to work hardest for the things you love the most. Ayan, so momshies, alam ko lahat kayo ay hardworking for your families, for your friends, your community. Sana wag niyo rin kalimutan ang inyong sarili, no? Invest in yourself. And lastly, what or rather, who is the 1 person that makes the biggest difference? It's you, your feedback, your participation, your engagement, and yung choice nyo to co-design the course, to go through the course. It makes the learning experience better for current and future learners. Ayan. So, okay, again, let us review. This is what DLS is. It's a free 4-week data literacy course that learners complete via mobile alongside other learners. Now, here's a mini demo of DLS in its early stages. Enjoy watching the clip.
Welcome to the DLS or Data Literacy Skills course homepage. Not only is this the page where you find out the basic information about this 4-week online course, But this is also the page where you create your course account or log back into your existing one. Just click Start Learning Data and enter your email address or sign up via your Facebook account. Then you begin setting up your profile, add your name, photo, and your reasons for joining the course. And then create your learning pledge. It can be daily, weekly, or monthly. Next, state your free time slots in a week so you can be sorted into a group, aka your learning squad. These are people with similar time availability as you. Setting up your profile is as easy as that. Now that you're done, you'll be standing by to be sorted into a learning squad whom you'll be learning alongside with. What you're seeing on screen right now is your homepage, but how about we explore the buttons below? This is the community page. Here you'll find a compilation of the upcoming events as well as the chat. But let's just go back to the events and click going in one of them. Alright, let's explore another one. And here we'll click going. Okay, now that's done, let's go explore your profile page. You can check your profile as well as the profile of other learners in the course. Finally, we go to the learning page. This is the page that will contain the modules that you'll be going through in the course. Remember that Data Literacy Skills course has 4 modules set for 4 weeks, with one module being accessible or open each week at a time. Alright, so let's start working on one right now. Going through the content and instructions is as easy as swiping across your mobile phones to the left. So let's just look through the content, the instructions right here. Okay, nice. The case is actually now open. Let's just read right through what it's about, plus the task ahead of us. Then, you'll have a set of tasks or questions to answer based on your case. It's a simple multiple choice setup, but you'll be analyzing graphs and various situations, so it should be quite the fun and interesting challenge. Complete all your tasks, aka the case questions, and then you're done with the case. We recommend go chatting about it with your squad mates to further maximize your learning. DLS is a combination of solo learning and live activities. So happily explore the world of data in a way that works for your schedule rather than against it. Enjoy!
Okay, I hope everyone is excited. To all the learners who have tried DLS before, thank you for learning with us and being patient. And for our future learners of the DLS or Data Literacy Skills course, magpasalamat po tayo sa mga nauna sa atin. It's because of them that we get more feedback on what to improve and develop and in DLS. Okay, so now let's focus on the data in Data Literacy Skills course. I'd like to hand over the mic, the virtual mic, to Mick, who will be diving into the details on what data literacy is all about. Mick is currently a remote senior business operations analyst for HomeLight. Prior to working for the US startup, she has worked as a full-time data analyst for Globe and a part-time mentor and technical manager with Eskwelabs. Mick has solved business problems through analytical solutions for over 3 years and is passionate about analytics. Take it away, Mick.
Thank you, Francine. So, hi everyone, I'm Mick, and I'll be talking about data literacy, which is a skill, as MK said, that makes you virtual assistants more marketable. So what we're going to be talking about today is basically what is data literacy, some examples of what it means to be data literate, and then the last parts is basically practical examples for VAs to apply data literacy. So we're going to be talking about it in a social media marketing setting and also how to improve the business overall. So what is data literacy? So as Mommy MK talked about, data is everywhere. So from your Facebook likes, from your reward card swipes, and from your health vital signs, we're able to those capture data about you or about something else. So for example, your Facebook likes, it helps Facebook understand what content you prefer over others, and then they'll be the ones supplying you that content instead of content that you don't like. For example, for those reward card swipes, it helps those supermarkets or stores understand your buying patterns so that they'll be able to give you promos to buy more. And then lastly, for those health vital signs, it basically helps you understand your health status even without a doctor's interpretation. So with data that is everywhere around us, it makes sense for us to at least be able to understand and to be able to read and write and communicate with data. So that's basically what data literacy is. It's the ability to read, write, and communicate data. So think of it like another language. So basically, when you learn English, you become literate with it when you're able to read, write, and communicate in English. So data literacy is a skill such as learning English. So basically, why is data literacy such in demand or basically highly talked about? For one, data is everywhere, meaning that every day, everyone in the world creates 2.5 quintillion bytes of data every day. So quintillion is way more than terabytes that we're accustomed to. And because of this, there's a lot of data that can be used to create more value for the company. So basically, if we're able to use this properly, the company will be able to take advantage with the data that they have and be able to use this for their decisions. Data literacy is also not bounded by any industry. So for example, some of the skills are very industry specific, like health skills or like construction skills, but data literacy, since data is produced everywhere, isn't bounded by any industry. So you can go from healthcare to banking to communications, and you'll still be able to apply the skills. The last is basically, since it's a new field, that learned yet. There's a talent gap in people with data literacy skills, especially if you become more literate. So more people are trying to hire more people with data literacy skills, but they just can't at this point. So that's the reason why there's a push for everyone to be at least data literate at the basic sense. So in this part, we're going to be talking about what it means to be data literate through examples. So basically, this is the key characteristics of being a data literate person. So first is actually making data-driven decisions. So making data-driven decision means actually looking at the data instead of other sources of reasoning for your decisions. So for example, we have a question from the company saying, why are our sales decreasing? So person A, who is not data literate or who is not really accustomed to data literacy, would say that based on my experience, it's because people don't want to buy our product this time of the year. Person A may be right, but then without the hard data, the company won't or will hesitate to actually decide to go with person A's statement, because experience can differ from person to person. So if we have another person there, they'll probably be saying a different thing. But if you had the data like person B, who basically says that if they compared the revenue from year on year, they're able to see that there's always a 10% decrease in this time of year. This may be due to seasonality or like that. So basically, both people are saying the same thing, But if you're able to put numbers into your statement, it's a more credible insight than if you're not able to say the numbers. So making data-driven decisions for the company is only possible if you're able to understand data, or you're at least data literate. Second, when you're data literate, you're able to understand the charts. So basically, if you're given a pie chart, or let's say a line chart that we have here, you're able to understand the context behind those charts. So for example, person A, who may not be as data literate as person B, would just be reading off what is on the chart. So basically saying that we have 40,000 users last January, you have 55,000 users last February. But basically, he's just reading off what is on the charts. Whereas person B, who understands the charts more, will just basically concisely say that our user base is increasing month on month, because we see that from January 2022 to June 2022, we have a higher user base. So basically, being more data literate is a mindset shift. So instead of going from using your experiences or using something that is not about the data, you go and look at the data and then be able to derive some decision making. Basically derive your decisions there. And basically, as you progress more and understand data more, you're able to understand charts like this, and also more complex charts that will help you in your work. So that's basically it for data literacy. So data literacy can be at the simplest form, being able to understand charts that were shown before, or being able to actually look into the data first before making decisions. So in this part, and then the succeeding parts, we'll be talking about how data literacy is applied in the VA's work. So one of VA work is social media marketing. So we have examples on data literacy applications in the next slide. So basically, in social media marketing, you want your customers to buy more. So for the company to value your skills, or to value your contribution to them, they should be able to see tangibly that the customers that they're trying to win over is buying more. So with data literacy, you're able to understand the metrics that are happening with your campaigns. So for example, we have here a chart on purchase value for each campaign that was done. And then we have here also on the right bar, we have the abandoned carts. So basically, abandoned carts, the clients or the customers added those items into their carts, but didn't push through with the order. So basically, in this bar chart, you can see that campaign A is doing so well. They have a high purchase value and a low abandoned carts. While on the opposite side, campaign B is not doing so well. So basically, with this bar chart, you were able to easily assess the effectivity of the marketing campaigns. If we didn't have this bar chart, you would have a sheet of data, and you wouldn't know which campaign did well on a glance. So basically, when you're becoming more data literate, you're able to get insights at a glance using the tools that we have. A second example is basically assessing long-term viability of ads. So social media marketers are handling ads under those campaigns. So we have video ads, post ads, or like that. So if you're able to create charts and understand charts, you're able to see which ads need to be cut before they consume more money. So for example, in this example, we have an ad wherein month on month, it's reaching less and less people, meaning it's less viable. So being more data literate would enable you as a marketer to better leverage the data from social media. So this is available in the social media platforms. It is just hard to leverage it if you don't know how to use it better, or process it better for you to be able to understand it. So basically, that's data literacy in a social media marketing standpoint. But what if you're trying to apply data literacy on a general business? So basically, e-commerce or real estate, or etc. So basically, in a general business, you could apply data literacy, for example, by focusing on revenue driving products. So all business will be selling products or services, and you're able, with data literacy, or if you're able to understand the graphs, you're able to see which products are the ones that are driving your revenue and focus your efforts there. So for example, in this pie chart, we have here product A, product B, and product C, and we see that product A actually produced most of the revenue for that time period. So, of course, as a company, you would go and say, let's focus our efforts in product A because it will drive us more revenue, versus if we focus our efforts on product C, which won't yield as much revenue as product A. So, proper visualization makes it easier to pinpoint products that are high or low performing. Because if you don't visualize it well, it's basically going to be harder to say if product A is performing better than product C in this case. So next is, other than pinpointing what gives the most revenue, you can also pinpoint what are the problems or where is the problems happening. So for example, in this example, we have revenue that is increasing, but that is increasing month on month. But then if you look at logistic costs, it's actually decreasing. So basically, it shows that as cost goes down, revenue goes up. So basically, when you're in a situation wherein your cost is going up, when your revenue is going down, you can actually infer that it might have something to do with logistics costs going up, because cost decreases revenue. So basically, with charts and more skills on data literacy, you're able to see which areas in the business have to be cut or have to be improved on, so that you will be able to improve the metrics that the company cares, which is revenue and lesser costs. So basically enabling quicker identification on issues and problems. So basically, in this presentation, I talked about what is data literacy. Data literacy is basically being able to read, write, and communicate with data. We talked about what it means to be data literate. So one of those key characteristics are being able to use data in your decisions, not just your own thoughts and your own experience, but being able to support your thoughts with data, and also being able to understand charts and be able to create charts. If we look at data literacy applied in social media marketing, so basically leveraging the data properly will enable marketers to better optimize their campaigns. So better identify which campaigns work or which ads is not working at this moment. And then if it's not working, then you can cut it off. And lastly, we looked at data literacy in improving the overall business. So basically, being able to know data enables you to look at key revenue drivers. So you focus on the revenue drivers and also pinpoint areas for improvement or basically for fixing. As the same as all other skills, there's levels to fluency. So basically, like what I said, if we look at English, the more fluent you go, the more that you learn about English, the more fluent you are. So in data literacy, there's also levels. So it starts off with conversational and then ends at multilingual. So as the higher you go, the more data literate you go, the more skills you take upon, and the more attractive you are to the job market. So basically, you can do as simple as creating a chart, to as complex as actually predicting what a person can do using the data that you have. So that's basically very complex stuff. But even at the low end, at the bottom of the fluency for data literacy, you can already drive so much value for yourself. Because as Mami MK have said, and as everyone has said in this webinar so far, data is everywhere. It will not go away. So we have to better leverage it and make ourselves valuable using data. So basically, that's it. Thank you for listening. And if you ever want to chat or ask questions, then you can reach me through this social media. Back to you, Francine.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Nick, for expertly introducing to us what data literacy is all about. Okay, momshies, at this point in our program, it's time to do a quick stretch of your finger muscles via your keyboard because we'll be playing a game. And yes, we have giveaways to send to our winners. Okay? Oops, okay. Hold on. So yeah, the name of this game is called In Your Own Words Data Dictionary. The mechanics are simple. On each slide, there will be a term that you have to define in your own words. Again, the rule is type your understanding of the term flashed on the screen. The Eskwelabs team will select a winner from the chat who will win the prize, and only Facebook comments will be considered. Again, Facebook comments po ang considered. So kung nasa YouTube kayo, halina po kayo sa Facebook live stream. Okay? So only start after I read each term and say go. The first term is, of course, data. Momshies, how do you define data in your own words? 3, 2, 1, type, go. Okay? Sige, let us see your answers. Okay? Ayan, what is data in your own words? Ayan, I see write, read, and communicate. I see information, statistics, collection of information. Meron din nagsasabi, set of information. Ayan, okay? So, that's it for that first slide. The Eskwelabs team will choose one of you who will get this prize. Okay. Yan, keep them coming. Data is a group of information. Okay, interesting. Okay, let's go to the second term that you'll define. The second term is data literacy. This is what we just discussed a few minutes ago. So, momshies, let's make our guest speaker Mick proud with our definition of data literacy. Ready? Go! Ayan, so we are now on defining data literacy in your own words. Ayan, what is data literacy? Yan, kaka-discuss lang yan. So, fresh na fresh pa yan sa memories natin, no? Ayan, understanding data. Okay? Data literacy is being able to read data. Okay? Ang bilis ng mga comments ninyo. Obvious na ina-absorb niyo talaga yung discussion kanina. Okay? Again, the Eskwelabs team will choose a winner from the chat. Okay. So, the third question. Okay. Define data-driven. Ayan. Get set, go. Okay? Based on the discussion of data literacy, how it can be applied, anong ibig sabihin ng data-driven? Okay. Okay, keep your answers coming. Okay. It's really obvious na attentive learners kayong lahat. Very, very decisions based on data. Insights based on data. Thank you, thank you. Very, mga keyboard warriors po tayo ngayong gabi. Giving factual or hard data. Ayan. Okay, thank you. Again, the Eskwelabs team will choose a winner. Okay. The last question for this first game, ito naman, hindi natin specify sa discussion, pero gusto namin malaman ano ang ibig sabihin ng upskilling in your own words. Ayan. 3, 2, 1, go. Ayan. What is upskilling? Alam naman natin yung ibig sabihin ng skills. Pero anong ibig sabihin ng upskilling? Okay? So, ayan, improving your skills, improving, continued learning, upgrading. Ayan, in your own terms. Okay? I see the answers. Ayan, striving, leveling up. Ayan, di ba level up kumare ang title ng webinar natin? Okay. Amazing. Okay. So that is the fourth and last question of game number 1. Okay. Thank you for playing our passionate keyboard warriors, momshies. Okay. A note to the winners. Eskwelabs will be contacting you about your prize. See you in your FB inbox. Pero of course, i-announce ko din yung winners, okay, ng first game. Okay, can we flash on screen the first winner of game 1? There are 4 winners. Shannon Kate Redonado. Okay, congratulations, Shannon. Ipa-private message ka namin. Second winner, si Joy D. Agbayani Ramos. Ayan. Joy, you are gonna be very joyful sa message na sasend namin privately. The third winner is Raquel Angeles Mercadero. Ayan, congratulations, Raquel. The fourth winner is Maya Mateo Milares. Ayan, congratulations. You have a very interesting name, Maya Mateo. Bigyan kita ng nickname, Maya. Thank you. So those are the 4 winners. The Eskwelabs team will be contacting you after the event. Okay? May isa pang game mamaya, so wag muna kayo umalis. Okay? Okay. So that was an exciting game. Now, rest muna tayo and let's listen to our next speaker. She's the CEO and co-founder of Eskwelabs, our very own Angela Chen. She'll be talking about what is Eskwelabs and what are the pathways to a data career. Take it away, Angela.
Maganda gabi sa inyo lahat. I'm Angela, the co-founder and CEO of Eskwelabs. We started a company as an impact-focused education startup to make it possible for anyone to succeed in the future of work. And why this is important to me is that I saw how having access to skills changed the lives of my family. My parents were both the first people in their families to ever attend university, and the skills they learned there changed the trajectory of their careers. And as I was growing up, that emphasis on learning and growing had a profound impact on my outlook in life. And nowadays, attending university is much more common, but not all skills are created equal, because some are more in demand than others. And as the world becomes more digital, especially after the pandemic, data skills will be even more important and in demand. Eskwelabs focuses on data skills that can help you become qualified for better roles to increase your income. And I know that not only will you benefit, your family will as well. Your kids will be inspired by the growth mindset that you exhibit to acquire new skills and keep on learning, just as I had benefited from my parents' love for learning. I want to share with you that we made this data literacy course free through our partnership with FHMoms and the Australian government. This is the very first step you can take towards learning data. And we believe you can use the analytic approaches in this course towards your current freelancing work, such as those in digital marketing, accounting, or general virtual assistant. Eskwelabs also offers paid programs if you wish to continue your learning journey and become a fully certified data analyst, which can help you earn an average of 350 pesos per hour in a freelancing role. If you find that you enjoy the data literacy course or have rediscovered your love of numbers through it, we encourage you to take a look at our data analytics bootcamp. It is optional for you to continue in our paid cohort programs, but those programs are also fully remote with dedicated mentors from the industry and is completed over 8 weeks part-time on Zoom. So right now, only 1 in 3 data professionals globally are women, but we know that 50% of the population are women, and more than 50% of the household spending is also driven by women like you and I. So we too can do the high-paying jobs that men can do and set examples for our families and become their inspiration. We look forward to having you as learners in our free data literacy skills course, and for some of you to continue in our data analytics program at Eskwelabs. Let's upskill together, upskill tayo, and level up Kumare. In the future live streams, we want to bring you some of your favorite celebrities, so please tell us in the chat who you want to hear from. Thank you so much. Maraming salamat.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Angela. Not only did we get to hear a very personal and inspiring story, but we also got a preview of the motivation of Eskwelabs behind why we do what we do, which is to equip all learners to thrive in the future of work. To show the Eskwelabs mission in action, here are two of our Eskwelabs alumni who will share their testimonies. Heidi is one of our Data Science Fellowship graduates, and V is one of our Analytics Skills Course Data-Driven Entrepreneurship graduates. Notably, V is also one of the product ambassadors of the Data Literacy Skills Course. Let's hear from these fabulous ladies. Let's go, Heidi and V.
With that, and then after that, I usually spend my remaining time working with the other tasks that I have at hand. So usually those are graphic designing tasks, researching for prospects, and then doing administrative tasks.
The best way to describe my day-to-day working in the data industry is really flexible and varied, because on some days I will be back-to-back meetings with stakeholders or maybe teammates discussing a project or maybe troubleshooting like some data access points. But on other days that I like to call my hoodie days, where I'm just in front of my laptop, face-to-face with code or data, and doing just pure analysis and focus only on that. There's that feeling of anxiousness and like imposter syndrome. Like, do I know what I'm doing? Should I really be here? Those types of questions. But it's really important to like take a step back, because technically you're doing amazing things like with your data, with the projects that you're doing. When you're in the depth of it, like working on it, you don't see that. But when you take a step back and look, like, hey, I'm actually like making changes to this industry. Hey, I'm helping politicians or lawmakers with this one project. So being retrospective, looking at what you're doing helps ease those anxieties and worries and like feelings of uncertainty.
I was still thinking of doing work from home even before the pandemic started, like when I was back from abroad, because I worked and studied in Bahrain previously, and then I went back here in the Philippines because I got homesick really. And since then, I still tried to use my Upwork profile. However, it's like a bit crowded. There's a lot already freelancers there, so I tried doing other stuff like searching in online jobs PH, and then in Facebook groups. That is when I encountered FHMoms. So I tried to do their free webinar to start, and working from home. So I've learned a lot from that webinar alone. And then I tried to look for groups in Facebook that are looking for virtual assistants who are taking in newbies. To see my kids, I was able to be with them while working. So I'm a mom of two. I started working in the BPO when I was pregnant with my first child. So it was really hard to leave my child alone. I leave my child to.
Yeah, two things that I really enjoy the most. It's the challenge as well as the the freedom of it all. Because with data is so big, it's so diverse, there's so much of it, regardless of what industry you're in, whether you're in like sciences, accounting, law firms, you're dealing with data in some form, and you have that freedom if you're in analytics to make of it in whatever context.
Data literacy is to understand and to create a decision with the information that we gathered through our daily work life. And we use it to create a more concrete roadmap on how to tackle our day-to-day work-life basis. So that is how data literacy. And being a data literate will help you more understand how your client's business works, and you can create more strategies, better strategies to provide to them how they will enhance their business.
Yeah, that data literacy, definitely one of those concepts or terms that you hear, and you know the textbook definition, and it's like being able to create, read, and understand data in the right context. That's like the textbook definition. But sometimes it's not as easy to see in real life, right? Like, okay, I know how to read and create data. Does that mean I'm data literate? For me, the best way I found that I considered myself as a data literate was when I knew when to accept cookies in a website. Because like when you know the right time or how much cookies you know to accept from a website, it means you know what the cookie is, you know what data you are giving to a website, what data you are taking and creating as you are interacting. So that means you understand what that is. But also, you know what it implies if you give your data to that website. Like, will it help the people who make this website? And how will my data relate to the other users of this website? So knowing when to click accept all cookies and understanding what happens when that is, I feel like that's my best classification of like data literacy.
For me, I think it is really important. To be honest, before I thought that it's not that important because you will just do tasks, schedule calls, respond to emails, answer messages in Facebook or Instagram. But come to think of it, data has been widely used all around the industries in the world. Whether it's just simply buying or selling stocks online, you need to gather information such as name, number, contact information. Those are already data. Data is a powerful tool that can be used to enhance how we make decisions in our careers and our daily lives. Understanding how it works and how you can apply those learnings in your daily work life will provide a big change of how you can move forward and excel with your chosen careers. For me, I would recommend DLS or Data Literacy Skill Course to any moms who wants to be data literate and who wants to understand how big is the influence of understanding data as a freelancer or as a virtual assistant or as a mom who is working from home. With Data Literacy Skill Course, you will be able to understand what is data, how it's data used in various day-to-day transactions, and how you can use it to increase increase your engagement and manage your decisions better.
Yeah, so I think I mentioned earlier that everything is just data. So that kind of coincides with it. Since everything is just data, there has to be a way that we can make better decisions given all this information around us. In fact, there's a way to really make sure every decision is the best decision as long as we take a look at the available data around us. And that's applicable to pretty much every industry, especially I think with public policy. And for some reason, I think that's one like industry that hasn't been tapped as heavily in terms of data. And I would be excited to see more of that like in the future of the Philippines. That we take the data of each like industry, let's say electricity, like we take the electricity data and use that to make actual data-driven decisions. It's really applicable to all of that. Like, and if for those who can't see it yet, the best way I can help you see it is recommend you to look at your grocery list. That's the simplest form of data that is readily available to you.
for me, the advice that I can share was for them to try to be open and understanding on what the learnings that they may had, because they might need to rethink how they learned previously. Because in life, in how we can move forward is that we continuously learn from the things that we encounter every day. So with data, we can use it as our stepping stone in getting more accurate decisions, especially when dealing with businesses and companies that we're working with. And it will also enhance our careers and how we communicate with clients for the businesses or the roles that we're taking in.
To those people, I say, I relate to you. I completely understand where you're coming from, because I also came from a similar background. I enrolled in biology because I tried to get away from math as much as possible. And now I'm working with math and numbers all the time. So one way that I got around it is you look at your current industry and see like where data could be, so that it's in a context you're already familiar with. So let's say like you're in culinary school, right? You actually have a lot of data. You have your measurements, your ratios and proportions. So that's one way that you can, be familiar, play around with the current data that you have. And once you're comfortable with numbers and data in your context, try like exploring the nearby context to you, and then just keep expanding until you realize that, hey, it's honestly all just numbers. So there's really nothing too great about it or too mystifying about it. Everything is technically the same thing if you think about it like that. But yeah, in terms of, I guess, like resources as well, as simple as like algebra or statistics, those can actually take you a long way. So getting like those fundamentals will actually help kind of remove that worry or anxiousness once your confidence in those fundamentals are sound.
Okay, that was amazing. Heidi and V, Momshies, how inspiring and encouraging was that? You know what? Let's just take a moment to absorb the wisdom and the stories shared by Heidi and V. Momshies, comment below what your reflections or realizations are from listening to these ladies. No, maraming pwedeng himayin sa kanilang mga shinare. Okay, so Momshies, magha-hashtag promo time po tayo ngayon, no? Remember how we opened this webinar by talking about Eskwelabs' new free product, Data Literacy Skills Course. We'll be sharing a link in the comments on screen right now for you to sign up on the wait list. Ayan, so sinishare na po ng Eskwelabs team, pati nakikita nyo on screen yung waitlist link. So it's esque.link/DLS waitlist. Ayan. So reminder, this course is free, and because the waitlist can get pretty big, no? Intay-intay lang po tayo, makakapasok rin po tayo sa course. Okay, so thank you for sharing the waitlist link to Eskwelabs team. Let us also share the event feedback form, no? Pero wag muna kayo aalis, may game po tayo. Mga 3 questions na lang po tayo for the game later. Okay? So, yan, event feedback form. Pero wag kayong aalis, may game pa rin tayo. Okay. Ayan. So, always learning kami, kaya please do send us your feedback. Pero before we play our game, Momshies, let us have a Q&A. Ayan. Do you have any questions about Eskwelabs, data literacy skills course, the series in general, or about data literacy? Ayan, let us see the comments. Ayan, do you have any questions? Ayan. Okay, just ask your questions. Earlier, meron akong nakitang question kung app ang data literacy skills course. Yung sagot po dyan, Momshi, is data literacy skills course is a mobile optimized, it's a website, it's a web platform. So you don't need to download anything. You just need a mobile device and an internet connection. So you can learn via your mobile phone. So hopefully nasagot yung tanong. Meron pa po bang ibang questions? Ayan. Are there any questions from the group? Okay. How about, will I ever lose access to the course if I finish? So good news, momshies, you will not lose access to the course once you finish. So it's for 4 weeks, right? And after the 4 weeks, you can still access the content anytime. Okay. So another question I'm seeing here from Kat R. Suarez. Okay, when did it start? When did data literacy start? Is data literacy used worldwide? Mick, I believe this is yours.
I really don't know the exact year. I mean, I think whenever data was present, there's already a concept of data literacy. Like, I believe even the early humans had some form of data, like those stick drawings. They had their own data literacy also. So anytime when data was there, there's some person who understood it. So we can't really trace that back. Is data literacy used worldwide? Yes. Anyone who produces data, that's basically a person, needs to be able to understand their data. Like, it doesn't have to be in the tech perspective. Like, for example, your grocery list. You saw that you're actually spending more in your grocery this week, so you try to figure out which product is causing that. So that's basically data literacy that is not on the tech standpoint. So everywhere there's data, there's no difference whatsoever. Yeah.
Thank you, Mick. So, Kat, I hope nasagot ni Mick yung tanong mo. From Blessy Del Rosario, is there a part 2 since this is part 1? Blessy, good news. This is a webinar series. We call the Level Up Kumare Data-Driven Webinar Series. So yes, there will be part 2. There will be more topics in the coming months. So I'm so glad na tinatanong mo na to. Yes, Blessy, there's part 2 and part 3 in the coming months. Danica, from Danica, do we need to master data literacy, Mick?
I think, like, in my experience, you don't need it. Like, some of the companies just want you to create those simple charts, like bar charts, and be able to interpret it for them, be able to give them valuable insights. So you don't have to be super literate. You can actually be at the bottom, or a bottom tier, which is conversational. So you have basic understanding of the principles and you can apply it in a certain use case. So doesn't need to. If you want to, if you're passionate, then there's a market for that. People pay highly for those who are specialized. So you don't have to, but if you want to, you could. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you, Mick. Okay, we have another question from Josephine. What are the materials needed during data literacy skills course? Josephine, all you need is an internet connection, a mobile phone, an open heart, and an open mind. Because once you sign up, we will assign you to a group and the content will be delivered to you. It's straight inside the course itself. So Josephine, just bring yourself, bring your phone, and your internet. Ayan. Thank you, Josephine. So from Joy Comendador, do we need to register po for the part 2? Of course, we will share another registration page for part 2, Joy. So standby ka lang for that. Ayan. Deng Bautista, Will this course include making graphs? So a while ago then, I mentioned yung what you will learn, diba, from this course. Online research, validating resources. For sure, you will learn a lot about graphs. What makes a good chart, what doesn't make a good chart. When it comes to making the actual graphs, kasi you can imagine, no, it's on a mobile device. So there's a lot of creativity that needs to be done outside the app para you can also learn how to make graphs outside the app. Okay, thank you, Deng. Okay, from Ja Villarent, is there a prerequisite proficiency in advanced math, for example, before we could jump in the data literacy course all the way to Eskwelabs Bootcamp, or do we need to ease in muna? So, Jai, yung goal of data literacy skills course is ito yung starter. So, to go into DLS, there's no prerequisite. When you complete DLS, you have an opportunity to take a free prep course, the Ara-Aral for Data Analytics. Practice ka muna doon para ma-ease into the Data Analytics Bootcamp ka. Pero yun yung path, ideal path. Data Literacy Skills Course, Data Analytics Bootcamp. Thank you, Ja. Okay, Donna. Ayan, last question ko na to ite-take. The rest, the Eskwelabs team and I will answer in the comment section. So last, Donna's question, is the DLS course accessible online? May limit po ba ang access? Oh, okay, don't worry, Donna. Yes, the DLS course is accessible online. Yun po yung basic requirement, yung phone and internet. And wala pong limit yung access, meaning kahit tapos na kayo sa course, ma-access niyo pa rin siya. No worries, Donna. Ayan. So, thank you sa mga questions. Sorry po sa mga hindi namin nasagot, right? Like live. Sasagutin namin siya sa Facebook comments. Okay? Kung hindi po namin masagot, email niyo lang po ang Eskwelabs para maging accountable po kami. Okay. So, that's it for the Q&A session. We will proceed to our last game of the night. Okay, so the name of this game is In It to Win It Industry Insider. So the mechanics are exactly the same as the previous game. No, you will list as many applications for data in the industry specified. So type lang sa chat. The person with the most number of correct answers wins the prize. So we will have 3 questions in here. Okay. So, the first industry, list all the applications of data you can for retail. Ayan. Okay? Type po tayo. What are the applications of data in retail? Okay. Nice. Okay. I see, yeah, name, age, occupation, yeah, gross sales. Sige pa, type lang. Okay. So, the next one is tourism. List as many applications as you can for tourism. Okay? Ayan. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. And then finally, ayan, our third question is healthcare. Okay. So keep your answers coming. The Eskwelabs team will select 3 winners from this game. Okay? Wow, sobrang participative natin ngayong gabi. Ayan, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Ayan, thank you everyone. Thank you for participating. I know 5 or 6 question yung sinabi namin, pero medyo overtime po tayo tonight. We will chat the winners. Okay? Ayan. So the first winner of the second game is Faye Manalo. Faye, where are you, Faye? Shout out to Faye. Okay. The second winner is Ruby Malabayabas Linghag. Hi, Ruby. Congratulations. Congratulations on winning. And our third winner for this game, after Ruby, the third winner of this game is Rachel Tuzara. Ayan, congratulations, Rachel. Wow, okay. Okay, thank you for playing, everyone. Sorry sa mga excited pa at game na game. Again, the Eskwelabs team will be contacting you about your prize. Check din yung message requests. Please check your message requests if you are one of the winners. Okay, so we are at the very end. We will be closing. The one who will be closing our event today is, of course, MK, the CEO and founder of FHMoms. So, MK, please take it away.
Hello again, everyone. Before we end our event tonight, on behalf of FHMoms and Eskwelabs, I just want to thank you for being with us from the start of this event until now. I know it has been a long week for everyone. Ayan, comment naman kayo dyan at react, no, ng hashtag Team Weekend Trabaho. Lalo na sa mga nanonood dyan ng live. And yes, we are all looking forward to the last day of the week because soon after we get to rest, we get to spend some time with our families. Maraming salamat po talaga mga momshies, no, for choosing to be with us, for choosing to attend this webinar. At bago po kami mag-good night, FHMoms and the Eskwelabs team has 3 hopes for each of you mga momshies. 1, I hope bago po tayo umalis sa webinar na ito, marami kayong napulot ng mga new ideas, new dreams, new career goals, and new prospects maybe. 2, I hope that we inspired you to learn more about data, to become more data literate, and to adopt a critical thinking mindset. Siyempre, yan talagang pinaka-importante sa lahat. And finally, no, our third, no, I hope we have given you that extra push na kailangan na talaga natin. Kung nagdadalawang isip pa rin kayo na to upskill and learn with Eskwelabs, let us not forget that the driving force of this data-driven webinar series called Level Up Kumare is Eskwelabs. Ayan, the new online course called Data Literacy Skills Course. We will be sharing a link to the waitlist of the course, no, and that will be in the comment section, and we'll also flash it on screen so you can sign up and join, of course. So mga momshies, free lamang po itong ating course. So make sure to sign up na rin, no, para sabay-sabay na. And I hope hindi nyo ito mapalampas, no. Okay, I see that it has been shared, and I know everyone is excited na talaga. Maraming salamat sa ating Eskwelabs team. So nandyan na po ang link to the Data Literacy Skills Course waitlist form sa comment. Ready na po kami mag-good night. Pero, mga momshies, of course, this is not a goodbye kasi ano man ang dahilan, no? Bakit kayo nandito ngayong gabi? I hope nabigyan po namin kayo ng magandang pabaon. Again, thank you so much for attending tonight's event. Let us not stop here, no? The whole community to inspire you and to give you that push to move forward. Again, mga momshies, good night. A happy weekend. Maraming salamat po sa inyo.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining. Tell us how we did by filling out this form. Good night. See you.
Welcome to
Tara na tumupok na sa FH FHMoms Radio.
Momshies, good evening. Ayan, sobrang excited na ako i-introduce sa inyo ang ating guest expert for tonight.
FHMoms Radio. Changing lives, one mom at a time. Moving forward, giving back with FHMoms Radio. Tara na, tumutok na sa FHMoms Radio. Habang ika'y nagre-relax sa bahay mo, marami kang matututunan dahil di lang basta chikahan. FHMoms Radio, mga momshi ating to.
Tara na mga momshi, mami, nanay o mama, andito na ang FHMoms makakasama. Ang online radio na magbibigay advice at mga kwento na siguradong mapapanice. Ito ay hindi lang basta mga chikahan, andito sila upang ikaw ay gabayan. Turuan ng mga tips sa paghahanap buhay at maging isa ka sa successful na nanay. O diba? Kaya saan ka pa? Basta ikaw ay momshi, dito bida ka. FHMoms Radio, #1. Ito ang online radio ng sangkanan na yan. Di ka lang basta nanay, ikaw ay super nanay. Para sa pamilya ang lahat ay iaalay. Lahat ibibigay, lahat ay kayang gawin. Ang iyong pagiging nanay lalo pang palakasin.
FHMoms Radio. Tara na, tumutok na sa FHMoms Radio. Habang ika'y nagre-relax sa bahay mo, marami kang matututunan dahil di lang basta chikahan. FHMoms Radio, mga momshi ating to. Mga momshi, tara na, dito'y bidang-bida ka. Ipagmalaki natin na tayo'y magigiting na ina. Mga mami, tara na, dito'y bidang-bida ka. Ipagmalaki natin na tayo'y magigiting na ina. FHMoms Radio. Tara na, tumutok na sa FHMoms Radio. Habang ika'y nagre-relax sa bahay mo, marami kang matututunan dahil di lang basta chikahan. FHMoms Radio, mga momshi ating to. Tara na, tumutok na sa FHMoms Radio. Habang ika'y nagre-relax sa bahay mo, marami kang matututunan dahil di lang basta chikahan. FHMoms Radio, mga momshi ating to. Tambay na! Nagbabalik ang FHMoms Radio.